Whoops. Sorry about that,
Yeah, I'm like,
guys.
it's back.
We're back. Hello, welcome back to New Dalancia, our Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition homebrew campaign. Last session was a very special session. We had Tess, Iolanthe, and Ian Fear only, as well as Valphalin, who all went into a strange, nightmarish realm where they encountered how to describe it. They encountered their greatest fears, some of their greatest fears. After figuring out a way out of the strange nightmare scape, a strange purple-skinned tiefling appeared in the void, taunted you all. Next time will be much more interesting. As you awoke, Iolanthe, you left the tavern entirely. Try to possibly seek
Well,
this person out, I think.
she's on her way out. Like, she is on a warpath, but she ain't getting far. I think we established their bodies are pretty weakened, right?
Yeah, they were. They were.
Okay, yeah. She thinks she's going a long way. She ain't going a long way.
Val and Tess immediately made their way into the room to check on Rec, who seems to be okay. And that's where we're picking up this time. One moment, please. Okay, sorry about that. Apparently having some audio issues. Hopefully those are resolved at this point. I have lowered my noise gate. We'll see what happens. All right, so you all wake up at the, well, I mean, you all are already awake at this point. It is Ambermeyer the 7th, 3489. I know that doesn't mean anything to like anybody. It's the 7th
Yeah, I was
day
about to say,
of
what?
fall.
Oh, neat.
Well, he seems to be safe. Although, is he sweating? You look over at Rack Tess, who is laid out in this bed, covered in sweat. It seems he's having some kind of a nightmare. Yestis creeping up behind you. Looks about the same. Just like y'all were. Oh, I hope he's going to be okay.
All of us were sweaty, you were saying?
Yeah, like you're not sleeping well. Half in, half out. It's difficult to explain, but I mean...
And Tess places the back of her hand up to Rex's forehead to check for a fever.
He does seem like he's running a slight fever.
Please excuse Tess a moment. Seems we could need a nice cool washcloth.
I'll go. Valphalin rushes out of the room.
Bring a bucket of cool water with you, Tess calls after him.
Got it from down the hall. Well, if it's anything like you lot, I'm sure he's going to be fine.
It is so strange that all of us seem to be plagued with these horrible nightmares tonight.
What happened?
It all felt so real. It was a dream. Valphalin was there. and Iolanthe, Ian, we were all grouped up, as if it were real life. Some things you could kind of tell. Tess's bag was nowhere to be found. Iolanthe was not able to change her form. We were navigating the halls of this establishment opening doors, and it seemed that behind every door was someone's worst fear, their worst nightmare. It was quite harrowing.
Hmm. Strange. Now, usually with nightmares, you're not able to, well, connect with each other in that way. Isn't to say that it's unheard of, but I've got some suspicions.
Another thing was that at the very end, we saw Trixie. We heard her say something about a subject A2 is catching on. The dream started to fade, and there was a purple tiefling. She called us interesting subjects, which was very weird. And when Tess asked who she was, she just said soon enough before fading. She did boot Val on the nose before everything faded and we woke up.
Interesting. Did you happen to get a good look at her? Can you tell me anything else about her?
She was purple.
With blue eyes, Valphalin says, coming back into the room. He's got a bucket and a few towels. Cold
Tess
water.
reaches out for the bucket and the wash, one of the wash rags, and she dunks it into the water and starts to wring out the rag before placing it in a nice clean rectangular shape upon Rex's forehead to try to cool him down.
A rectangular shape.
Rectangular shape for bloodstone. Ah, yes, rectangular bloodstone.
A bloodstonular shape.
Talanith, you wake up in the alley just outside of What Ails You Tavern. You immediately recognize your surroundings, but not sure about the events that just transpired.
Yeah. I think I know where I am. I think. When is it?
The sun sits
He's
low in the sky. It seems like it's the next morning.
Talanith stands up, trying to get his bearings.
Your body feels heavy, as though you haven't really had a restful night, as it were.
He tries to shake it off as best he can, but he knows that he has to get back to what ails you, so he starts heading back.
Just around the corner, you find yourself once again at the entrance. You nearly run into Iolanthe as she's coming out the door.
Iolanthe, where is everyone?
Iolanthe pays him no mind. She is wild-eyed, like she is breathing heavy. Every breath becomes a little bit more growly. As soon as she comes bursting out of the door, she lets out a bestial roar, like ear-splittingly loud.
Talanith blinks a couple of times, and he's like, "Oh, Okay.
That bitch made us see some of the most fucked up shit I've ever seen. So I'm gonna find her, and I'm gonna tear her stupid, smug face off if it's the last thing I ever goddamn do.
So I take it that you were affected too.
And she's got like kind of a stance, like she thinks she's about to wild shape, but it's not coming. I think she's either too stressed or too weakened, but like her eye and her pendant are both flickering wildly. And I think it's frustrating her, so she's getting even more mad. But she's like kind of trying to like walk her way towards the castle, but she's very wobbly on her feet.
Talanith looks around, trying to see if there's any signs of this person that he saw, this purple tiefling.
You look back and forth down the street that connects to the front of what ails you. People have emerged from various houses, buildings. They are going about their business. There's
Oh, did
a
I scare anyone with my roar?
there's a good deal of chatter. There are a few people looking on, um, perhaps a little bit fearful of you, but with enough distance to where,
Oh, yeah.
they could probably make a good getaway.
Oh. Well, that's fine. I'm not after them anyway.
You don't, however, see the purple tiefling. Suddenly, the door behind you, Iolanthe, slowly opens. Talanith, you look behind, seeing the face of Darkul appear. I don't. Let's get a picture out just to show, right? Darkul Godberry peeks just beyond the door. You all right? You should probably get some rest.
Who's he talking to?
You.
Oh, she turns around. She's still got that like bared teeth, wild-eyed look on her face, and she's like, "No, I'm not gonna rest until that bitch is dead." And she starts kind of wobbly walking towards the castle again, trying all the while to wild shape, not doing it.
Whoa. I really don't think you're in any shape to leave right now. He paces up behind you,
You're
trying to
right.
stop you.
You're right. If I could just be the right shape, that would be cool. Come on, bear. Come on. Like she's like willing it, but it ain't happening.
Go ahead and roll a constitution save for me.
Ooh, that's not my strong suit. Oh, a save? Hold
That's
on.
correct.
Ah, it is actually. What a waste of a natty, damn.
Talanith, you look on as Iolanthe once again attempts to transform herself into that of a bear, as she just announced. She is unsuccessful. She stumbles a bit, but is able to keep her footing. It looks as though she's having trouble retaining her consciousness.
Frustrated at the whole thing, Iolanthe just roars again.
People start to look over at her, at you, Talanith.
Iolanthe, maybe we should head inside. We're creating quite a scene here. Let's regroup with the others.
Yolanthe's like panting and slowly slides down to her knees and just like starting to calm down a bit. Slowly her facial expression softens and she kind of like, okay. Okay, you know what? You're right. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You're right. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And she like holds out a hand for Talanith to help her up.
Talanith helps her up and says, let's head inside.
All right. Fine.
You all start heading through the door. Darkhool says, "Second time now I've heard about some person you met. I suppose while you were all whatever that was. Could you tell me some more about that?"
Oh, why don't you tell us what you saw? Did anyone come in? Did anyone fuck with us while we were sleeping?
No, no, nothing. You all were laid out on these beds, and well, you were all sweating, and just didn't look like you were having a great time sleeping. Kind of loud. Uh, I mean, Yestis and I got worried. We started trying to wake you all up, and you wouldn't wake up.
Yeah, it was like we were stuck in some kind of nightmare dreamland or something. We kept seeing all these weird visions of like chickens with knives and weird devils and all this shit, and then we kept seeing things we were terrified of, and then there was this tiefling woman with these like glowing blue eyes, and she kissed Val on the nose or something, and then we woke up. It was real weird, man.
Hmm. The whole thing kind of reminds me of my dad told me a story about when you all were I think everyone was there. You all were on your way to Dintherum for that expedition. A bunch of you got real sick, and the wagon went missing. When they found you, you were all well like that, sweating,
I
not
don't think
really
Yolanthe
asleep.
or Talanith were there for that.
Yeah, that is correct.
Oh, yeah, Yolanthe is giving him kind of a head tilt look like, huh?
Oh, he kind of looks thoughtful for a moment. Yeah, I don't really have a good grasp on the timeline of things, you understand. I only know what I heard from my dad.
Yolanthe reaches over and grabs his hand and squeezes it and kind of smiles at him and says, "It's all right. I get it. It feels like we've all been traveling along for so long, it's hard to keep track, isn't it?"
Suffice it to
But,
say, the symptoms sound the same. And
huh.
what I heard later was that there was some kind of transportation that happened. I don't really understand how all that works, but apparently something to do with the mirrored planes. Like you all had some
Yeah,
kind of an out of body experience or something like that. I don't
we
know.
we did find ourselves parked in front of the mirror. The mirror, you know, the big one, the you know, the one. And there was a frog, and he told us to watch out for the tether, and he wasn't actually a frog. He was a candle, but then he was a frog, but then he was a pumpkin. And Yolanthe kind of stops in her tracks and just like rubs her eyes, like, I swear to God, I'm not going crazy. This all happened. Ask Tess. Ask Val.
Oh, look.
Talanith raises an eyebrow.
She also like she furrows her brow a little bit and says, and then there was that tiefling woman. I've never seen her before, but she sure knew who we were.
I saw
And
her as well.
you did? Oh, man. You
She
didn't have to do all that by yourself, did you?
she appeared to be someone that I knew. She tried to fool me.
Whoa.
She took the form of someone that I know to be dead.
Oh, wow. Yeah,
But and enough of that. Enough of that.
Iolanthe loops her arm around Talanith's arm and, like, kind of leans her head on his shoulder. And she's like, she made us see all sorts of weird, fucky shit. What's weird at the end, though, she called us subjects. What does that mean? What is that?
Well, and I'm speaking from what experience I have. When I hear the word subjects, I think about a kingdom, maybe like
Um,
subjects, like the people, the common folk.
no, this wasn't like that. When I charged towards the pumpkin to smash it, she called me Subject A2, I think. That doesn't sound like a kingdom subject. Does it?
No, no. People have very real names. We always try to respect that.
Yeah. Iolanthe, like, takes her arms to herself again and, like, kind of hugs herself a little bit. And she's like, this was, all I know is whoever this was, I've never seen her before in my life, but she knew some really personal things about us. Like, she knew how to get in all of our heads. Not just mine,
She seems
not
to
just
be
Talanith.
she seems to be studying us.
Yeah, that's what it was like. We were being watched, like we were being what's the word,
Experimented on.
experimented. Wait, were they experimenting on us? How can they do that when they're not even here? Okay, we're still in the dream. Okay, we know how this works now. Someone find the frog. I'll smash the pumpkin.
I don't think you all are still dreaming, unless I am too. He kind of like
She
pinches
leans
at
into
himself.
Darkcool and like tilts her head, like staring at him suspiciously. Like, how do we know?
He kind of like pinches himself.
Talanith,
I mean, it hurt.
Talanith reaches inside his pocket instinctively, but finds
No
nothing
eyeball.
there. Yeah. And is like,
Sorry, real quick. How long's it been since you requested your eyeball?
I think it's been 2 days
it's been
now.
a while.
And forgot about Bogram's eyeball.
Ah, you had it. I thought that was I thought we were gonna forget about that.
What about Bogram's eyeball?
The DM never forgets.
The DM never forgives. Oh, I'm gonna head back and check on the others. Are you all gonna be okay?
We'll be fine.
Yeah.
He nods, turns around, and heads back toward the west wing. Do you think he's going to be okay, Tess?
Um, Tess is going to turn her left hand around and place it up against Rex's cheek to see if his temperature is coming down at all.
No. It doesn't feel like a harsh fever. It is a light one. He's sweating. He seems to be tossing quite a bit. His wounds don't seem to be reopening, which is at least somewhat reassuring.
She'll take the rag from his forehead, dunk it back into the cool-ish water, wring it out, and apply it back to his head.
His breathing is heavy. But as you apply the rag to his head, he sort of drifts back off into a more peaceful rest.
It does not seem as if it is a extreme a temperature issue or a fever or a cold. It just seems like he may also be having a bad dream.
Whatever it is, I think it implies that other tiefling is still somewhere nearby. Here, help me don my armor, or at least my blade. He starts rifling through his bag, grabbing plates and strapping them onto his arms hastily.
Val, Tess has a question.
Of course.
That tiefling, purple skin and blue eyes. Tess has never seen another tiefling with blue eyes. Did she have normal eyes? Keep in mind, Tess's eyes don't have pupils.
I am not sure what you mean by normal. I've only met a handful of tiefling in my time, you understand, yourself included.
Tess looks at so many people within our party and around, and they all have these pupils, these black holes in their eyes, and this is something that Tess has always been kind of picked on about. Did that tiefling have pupils?
Yes, actually. I would say she was a bit more like Syken in that way.
Thank you. Tess is just not very familiar with tieflings. Sad to say.
Tess, I think it's something that makes you special. Not something to be taunted for. He kind of fidgets with his hands a bit.
She gives him the biggest, toothiest smile.
And he kind of puts his hand behind his neck, looks embarrassed.
Thank you. Tess has never really heard that before. And she goes back to tending to Rec and patting the damp rag over his forehead, sometimes his cheeks, and then she'll reach down and clean up the beard from time to time.
He finishes strapping on the plates on his arms and his legs. He has not put on his breastplate at all, but he stands up, flings his blade over his shoulder, and says, I have a bad feeling. I'm going to look around outside. I promise I won't get into any trouble, and if I see anything, I'll come straight back and report.
Oh. Tess forgot to help you with your armor.
Okay,
Get your tail back over here and let Tess help you.
Sorry, I took my headset off for a minute. Where is Val going?
Val is walking over to Tess. He's got his breastplate. He places it over his chest. If you could just strap this one right here. He can't. You can tell he clearly cannot reach that far back.
Not the most limber one, that is for sure. Tess will help him buckle his breastplate on.
Once it's affixed, he adjusts himself, slings his blade back over his shoulder. Is there anything you need while I'm out?
For you to stay safe and keep everyone around you safe, Tess is going to tend to wreck for now.
I'll make it my priority. I'll be back shortly. At that, he flips around, cape wafts behind him, and he steps through the door. The door to the west wing is flung open, and Valphalin, clad full in armor, sword slung over his shoulder, steps out and locks eyes with the three of you. Well, the three of you. He brushes
Where do you
by
think you're going?
Darkul, gives him a nod, and then approaches you. Are you okay?
Where are you going?
Oh, Rex's situation is, for lack of better words, dire. He
What?
appears to be under the same effects that we were several hours ago.
No. Iolanthe breaks away from Talanith and Darkul and starts heading back towards where Rek is.
Talanith, I could use a hand, if you're up for it.
Talanith nods.
Then let us be off.
Let's go then.
You both start heading out the door. Iolanthe, you make your way back into the back hallway. In a rush, you push right past Darkul, who, sorry.
I thought Darkul was standing with us.
He was headed back into the back hallway. He actually walked right
Oh,
past
okay.
Valphalin, and you just brushed right past him.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, actually, I think in her like desperation to get to where Rek and Tess are, she actually like as soon as she gets to where she's like about to be where the fuck is it? Damn it. Here it is. As soon as she gets to where she's about to be stopped by Darkul, she does this. And like circumvents around him.
Pulling out the face step.
The phase step. I get 4 of them every long rest, and like it's nighttime, so I'm like, the fuck? No, why not?
You step into the
So like
mist,
she
the
appears.
swirling
Oh,
leaves,
yeah, the
and then
leaves.
where do you appear?
Well, I don't actually know where I am, so I was just trying to get around Darkul without him like being like, without having to deal with that. Like, no, you first. No, no, you first. No, you were here first. Like, she's just like, fuck this shit. Face step.
You appear right in
Which,
front of the
frankly, I
doorway.
wish I could do in real life sometimes.
You appear right in front of the doorway leading to the room that you know Rek is in.
Iolanthe walks in the doorway and looks down at Rick, kind of like reaches over and brushes a little bit of his hair and says, how's he doing?
He is doing okay. Kind of sweaty, kind of stressing, kind of thrashing around in his sleep. Tess really believes that he is going through the same nightmarish experience that all of us went through.
Yeah, apparently Talanith dealt with his own thing on his own.
That is very concerning that this
Yeah.
tiefling seems to know all of our
I've
weaknesses.
never seen her before. Was this another contract like Syken?
Not that Tess can recall, but
She sure knew a lot about us.
she does kind of look like she may be related to Sycan, or
Hmm.
Tess is unsure, and Tess does not want to create stories or other theories.
Only other
Right now, Tess is
purple tiefling I remember is the one that was up on
Oh
stage
my
with
god, I forgot Yes was there. I thought that was Rec talking. I was like, what the fuck?
it was Darkul, I think.
no,
Oh, it's
think
it
that
was
was-
Yestis. He was
Oh, that
Okay.
was Yestis.
he was
Okay,
in, he's
Yestis is in
actually
there.
been in the
Okay.
room. He's standing against the corner,
Okay.
arms crossed, leaning against the wall. Only other purple tiefling I can recall is was up on the stage with Healthius that day for the announcement.
Yeah, one of those red idiots, right?
Yeah, Red 9, I think they call themselves.
Ugh. Iolanthe puts her hands behind her head and looks up towards the ceiling in frustration. She says, so far we've encountered 4 of them. One of them's dead and one of them's on our side again. One of them almost killed Rick. One of them's sent us into some weird nightmare land. I don't even want to introduce myself to the other 5. We need to know more about these people. They know too much about us.
It is quite scary, is it not?
It is.
And Tess is focused on Rek as she's dabbing the sweat off of his brow again.
Iolanthe drops down to her knees, kind of like at the side of the bed, like has her elbows on the actual bed, like kind of like leaning in on Rex's shoulder a little bit, and she's just like, man, my
Iolanthe, roll
sister
a
were here.
perception check, please.
What?
Roll a perception check, please.
Ooh, I like doing that.
That one was real threatening.
I know, right?
You hear Rek mumble something under his breath. You couldn't quite make it out.
With the 24, I couldn't make it out.
Correct.
Oh,
Very soft.
okay. Well, he.
Did Tess hear it? Because she is dabbing the sweat off of his brow.
Yeah,
been-
Tess is close enough, I think.
He's been groaning quite a bit. It sounded like it was something like that.
Okay.
When's the last time Rick had something to eat? Has anyone brought him any honey? You're supposed to give honey to people to provide sustenance, right?
Tess places a calm hand on Yolanthe's shoulder
That's what
and
Vastus
squeezes. She will squeeze Yolanthe's shoulder. Tess is taking very good care of Rek. Tess assures you.
Okay. Sorry. I just sorry.
It's all right. We're all worried.
Tess is going to continue dabbing off the beads of sweat on Rek's brow. And she's staring almost as if off in the distance. Like she's not quite there. These people are very strong.
Is
You
she
could
still
choose-
squeezing the shit out of Yolanthe's shoulder?
No, not anymore. She's
Okay.
focused on taking care of the sweat on Rek. And she's looking down and she's looking spaced out. Her bangs, messy bangs covering her eyes. And you can see like a trail of tears that have been just eating a pathway through the sweat on her skin. And she's going to say, as she dabs away the sweat on Rek, these people are very strong. They have a lot of power behind them. And they are showing this. They know a lot of our weaknesses. They know how to get to us. Now would be a good time to back out. Your life, our lives are in danger. And Tess would not blame you if you were to back out. And stay safe.
Who's Tess talking to?
No one in particular. She's staring at Rec while she is dabbing off the sweat. Just anyone in the room.
Oh, okay. Iolanthe looks up at Tess, like she stands up slowly, and she reaches over and takes the hand that Tess has been using to dab at the sweat on Rec's brow, and takes the rag from her hand and like dabs it at Tess's face, like to dab away the tears, and just pulls her into a hug. And she says, "I'm not going to just leave you. Come on. I'm not going to leave you, sister."
Tess slumps into Iolanthe, just gives up and like lets all of her weight land on Iolanthe, and you can feel the sobbing. Her shoulders are shaking.
Yeah, I'm sure I probably have to roll a strength roll because Yolanthe's not at her core very strong, but she's doing her best to hold Tess up. She's got her arms around her. She's like running one hand through her hair, just kissing the top of her head over and over again, and just like trying to be reassuring. She's not very good at it, but she's trying.
And Tess is sobbing into her. Tess does not want to see anyone die. Tess loves our friends. They have become family. Tess did not have family. And Tess got us all into this trouble, and these tieflings are, and the mistakes and the contract.
Sister, shh. Sister, shh. It's okay. It's okay. We're in this together.
And she breathes in. Sorry, Tess is really trying here.
It's all right. We understand. We all saw. Well, you and I saw. Rec.
Those dreams last night were terrible, and now Rec is dealing with it, and we have no response. We have no upper hand in this situation. Tess just wants to be a hero. Tess just wants to be a hero.
Iolanthe looks down at Rick and again just kind of like brushes I think she like brushes one of his beard braids. What are they called? Do they have a name?
What are do they call those breads? Like if they're like dreads, but like in a beard? Are those breads?
Did they really?
Dreadlocks.
Okay, she brushes his bread and she
I don't think that's how you say that.
You know, I think that's going to be a thing now.
Gosh, Rick is gonna come back from his
Brushing the
absence and be
bread.
like, "Who's been brushing my bread?"
Who's been brushing my bread?
Anyway, she reaches down and just kind of like brushes. She brushes his hair, and she just kind of like says, "Rekka's." I'm still laughing. Sorry, hold on. Give me a second.
Yes,
Okay.
Tess.
Iolanthe,
a
without
word?
laughing. What?
From the doorway, Darkul, looking over at Yestis, gesturing just outside. Very brief, a word, if you please. Yestis kind of cocks an eyebrow at him, pushes himself up off the wall, and paces out the door. We'll be right back.
And the DM goes to talk to himself out of the scene.
Tess, Iolanthe, please roll a perception check.
Ooh-wee.
Oh, that was a shitty roll, damn.
However, quite a bit louder this time. You hear
Anyway,
a sort of mumbling coming from Rek. He says, Fight?
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Discord did the thing. Can you repeat that?
Or type
Nope.
it in chat or something. Oh well, okay.
It's a bad perception check.
Can I roll a
No,
better perception
no,
check?
more like
He said,
I
"Why do I fight?"
why do I fight?
That's what you heard.
Okay, making sure.
God, I'm
Because at
glad
the
you
end
heard
of
that. Because even after
yeah,
the
at
second
the
time, I was like, "What?"
yeah, at the end of fight, Discord was like, "Why do I?" It's like, okay,
Why do I Discord noise?
yeah.
Oh man.
After having already tried, like, she tried to break herself out of it, and she's like wiping her tears. She turns to Rhett. Why do you fight?
He still seems to be asleep.
He is still stuck in this nightmare, it seems.
Iolanthe nods and just looks down at Rick pityingly. Like she's like, "Damn, I wish." Is everyone having to deal with this? Like, did Talanith had to deal with it? You and me and Ian Fear, Val.
Now, Tess was
Rick.
unaware that Talanith was dealing with it. We did not see Talanith.
He seemed to be on his own. I guess Rick is too. Does Kolvar have to deal with? Where's Kolvar? We haven't seen him. Where's Trixie? Is everyone affected or just us?
This is a good point. We should actually go check in on everyone.
Yeah.
Tess is hesitant to leave Rick alone. If we could grab somebody to watch over him.
You stay with Rick. I'll go do a quick sweep. I hope I can still do this.
Tess reaches out and grabs Iolanthe's hand. And she looks at Iolanthe directly and says, "Thank you, sister."
I think Iolanthe didn't actually realize she had called Tess sister. Like I think she was channeling some either prior memory or just like unconscious feeling. But she kind of looks a little bit taken aback, but then she smiles and says, "Yeah, yeah, of course, sister." And then she tries to wild shape into her wolf form. I say try because we're still pretty weakened. I have a skull icon. Oh, this is, what does that mean?
What?
Hide death saves. Oh, that's nothing. Okay. I just noticed it was just like a little ADHD moment where I just saw a little skull icon underneath my hit dice bar.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, it's your.
I don't like that.
That's your death save. That's your death saves. If you were to
Yeah,
die,
that freaked me out for a second. I was like, why am I dead?
Iolanthe, you start to head out the door.
Wait, hold on.
I'm
doesn't
sorry.
leave.
The wild shape.
The wild shape. I have for some reason a combat wild shape and a wild shape improvement.
Oh, interesting. That must be.
Oh, that's at level 8. That's when I get flying speed. Okay, never mind. I am a silly goose doing silly goose things, not knowing how to play D&D. Here we go. Wild shape. Usability. For some reason, it didn't take one of my face steps off of my character sheet, so I have 3 instead of 4. But
Iolanthe, I'd like you to go ahead and roll a Constitution save at disadvantage. This will be a DC 10.
At disadvantage?
That's correct.
Oh, I don't like the way you said that. Oh, there you go.
It was a DC 10.
Disadvantage than that.
That is you actually do pass that. On your way out the door, although you struggle for just a moment, you are able to will yourself into the shape of a wolf.
So what would have happened if I failed? I wouldn't have been able to change? Can I go back and roll shittier to see what happens? I'm curious now.
You did not fail.
All right. Well, Wolflanthe stalks out of the room and starts sniffing around.
Before we cut to that, um, I'll just say, you see Iolanthe will herself into the shape of a wolf. It seems a little bit more difficult than usual for her. She trots out of the room, nose to the ground, obviously investigating, seeing what's going on around in your environs. What you don't see, what you don't see, Darkul and Yestis go into the room next door. They quietly shut the door. Yestis, once again, leans up against the wall, crossing his arms. What's this about? Well, I mentioned this to the rest of them. My dad told me a story about when they were on their expedition to Dentherum with these very same heroes. Unclear if it was all of them or maybe just some of them. Or uh, suffice it to say, the whole feverish, sleeping, whatever this was, it's just how my dad described it. Go on. Now, what happened after that was, well, I only have the account of what I heard from the other heroes. I heard they got taken through the mirror somehow into some weird place where there were these weird weapons. I heard when they woke up, they had these artifacts with them, and Healthy is just made off with them. Okay. Why tell me? Well, you're connected with the Institute, aren't you? You've got me there. And you're an investigator, right? I think I see where you're going with this. All right. I'll look into it. Darkhold just nods as he cracks the door open once more. Hey, and be careful. Yes, this kind of smirks. He kind of pulls the wand out of the pocket of his jacket, just so it's barely visible above his um collar. I think I'll be all right. Darkul leaves the room, and a couple seconds later, Yestis follows suit. They both go back into the room with you, Tess. Talanith, you and Valphalin make it outside. You start walking up and down the streets. Are you all right?
I'm fine.
If there's one thing I've learned to identify, it is when a person is shaken. And you've the look of someone who has seen a ghost.
You're not far off.
Do you see anything?
Talanith, Hmm. It's nothing. He shakes his head and says, "We have other things to focus on right now."
That is what I'm asking. I don't see any purple tiefling about, do you?
No, I don't. I don't think she'll be out in the open.
While I agree, do you think if I give you a boost, you could make it up to the rooftop there?
Don't tell anybody else.
Of course.
Don't tell the elf.
He is the elf.
Yeah, I am the.
You are the
Don't
elf.
tell me.
Ian fears the elf.
So, yes. Um, he's like, yeah, just basically don't tell anybody.
Valphalin, um, Valphalin hunches down, locking his knees. He braces with both hands and gestures for you to step into his hands. Wow.
Which Linus does.
With a great strength, he hoists you up over his head, and you come about waist level over the roof. You
Oh
place
God,
your
I hope not.
hands onto the rooftop. You hoist yourself up. I'll be down below, he calls from below.
Linus nods back.
You start making your way up to the highest point on the roof. Go ahead and roll a perception check for me.
I had a feeling you were going to say something like that.
Roll better than me,
Yeah.
Talanith. I dare you.
You're just you're about across the street, and maybe just up the street from what ails you at this point. You're on top of a roof, and you look around. To your left, the glow cloud hangs ominously over a quiet Institute of Thaumaturgy campus. To the north, east, off in the distance, the castle sits just beyond a layer of mist and fog. You can also see just the top of the Temple of Lanwell just peeking out over the trees off the other direction to the east. Other than that, the city looks rather peaceful. People are milling about through the streets. There are conversations. You catch pieces of them. But nothing out of the ordinary, minus the cloud.
He focuses in on the cloud over its, particular position. Has it always been there?
It's always been since it appeared, it has always been looming just over the Institute of Thaumaturgy. As you watch it, occasionally it lights up with various colors. Although, no matter how long you watch it, it never seems to be any particular pattern. Go ahead and
What
roll
is
a
it, like
wisdom check for
houndstooth,
me.
tweed, argyle, plaid?
He's gone plaid. Go ahead and roll a wisdom check for me.
Yeah, I'm looking for. Okay, there it is. Sorry. Oh, wow. 16 again.
You sit watching these ever-changing colors of this glow cloud, and after a while, you feel your eyes shift their focus, so to speak. Your mind focusing on just the color itself. And you realize there's actually a sort of rhythmic pattern to it. Although precisely what that means, that remains a mystery.
Talanith starts to think that there's not much else to be, seen up here, and he looks down, down to the street.
You see Val, who's standing, looking left and right. Looks as though he's keeping watch.
You know, he Talanith whispers, Val.
Did you see anything?
Other than what we've seen already, no.
I see. Perhaps I was wrong. Maybe she isn't nearby after all. I know nothing
There
of
does seem to.
I know nothing of whatever magic it is she is using, he says, obviously frustrated.
Talanith slides down the wall and back, down. Do I need to roll like an acrobatics check or something?
No, you've done this like a lot of times.
Yeah. Okay. He slides down the wall and down to the street, and he looks up at Val and says, "There seems to be some kind of rhythm to the the color changes to the cloud. And have you noticed that the cloud doesn't leave the Institute of Thaumaturgy? It stays where that is. It stays in the same location."
Now that you mention it, I did often wonder about the different colors. I also... I wonder why it chose the Institute.
I think someone is controlling it from there. To what end, I don't know, but I think someone is controlling it from within.
Talanith, a hypothesis. The Institute of Thaumaturgy is well, I would say, the foremost location involved in magic in the city as a whole. Would you not agree?
Yes, that is true. And I think that Healthius has something to do with it as well. He has to.
I agree with that. Though, what connection the two may have remains unclear. I wonder if we consider this cloud to be some sort of sentient entity, if it chose the Institute of its own volition, perhaps due to the magical being there, for lack of better word.
I think it's something to look into.
Should we return and report to the others?
I think that'd be a good idea. Also, how far away is the shop for Talanith's eyeball?
That would be that.
Asking, and
That would be back at the market district. It would probably take you around 20 to 25 minutes to walk there.
Isn't it also late at night?
No, this is early morning.
Oh, okay.
Val, you go back, and I'll meet you there. I have something to retrieve, or
I
see
understand.
if it's ready.
Stay safe, and keep your eyes peeled.
I'll keep my wits about me.
He nods at you, turns back toward the What Ails Ya tavern, and starts walking off. Iolanthe, you've just left the west wing of What Ails Ya. You make your way out into the Great Hall. Kolvar is behind the bar where he is doing his usual duties. He is serving drinks to patrons who have walked in since the sun rose. Trixie is depositing drinks and talking to tables, as she does. Everything seems pretty normal, a stark contrast from the previous night.
Okay. Iolanthe is not wasting any time with good manners. She is going up to every single person, including Trixie and Kovar and the patrons, and just giving them a big old
Giving them a big old what? I'm sorry.
snurf.
Oh, okay.
I don't think that picked up on my mic.
It did not. Who are you going to first?
Everyone. Well, first, who's so immediately after exiting the West Wing, I imagine Trixie is the one like immediately available, right?
Sure.
Okay. She goes up to Trixie, sniffs her, checks her out, makes sure she's good.
Go ahead and roll a charisma check.
Oh, that wasn't what I was expecting. As a wolf. Charisma? Where's that? Oh, I have a -1 to charisma. This'll go great. Let's go.
Let's go.
All right, that's a 4.
You
Or a
walk up and
3.
you just start immediately sniffing at Trixie. Your newt is really going, and your newt is just really going, and you're trying to get in there and really get a sense of what is going on. Trixie kind of looks down at you, confused for a moment. Whoa, all right. Go on. I'm busy. Go on. Go.
Okay, Iolanthe head tilts at her. So, like in her head, in her wolf head, she says, "Yeah, she's probably fine," and she goes to the kitchen.
Roll an insight check.
Insight. Do I have insight as a wolf?
Yes.
Yeah, I do. Okay, here we go. Boy, howdy! I wasted that natty earlier.
You get the idea that, she's being genuine. Nothing seems strange or out of place in any way.
Can I use my my wolf inspiration? Because I feel like that's important.
That depends. How strongly do you feel that she is lying to you about that in some way or trying to deceive you? How convinced are you that something has to be wrong with Trixie in this case?
Oh man, I don't like when you ask me these questions.
If I had to chime in about it, I would say that Trixie in the dreamscape was the one that said that subject
Yeah,
A2 is.
that's why I'm like, it's very important.
Okay,
I'm gonna do it. I always forget about my inspiration, so I'm gonna use it.
go ahead.
So I blocked that out. You said it was insight, right?
Yep, it is an insight check.
Oh my god, I rolled the same fucking number. that's rude.
Wow.
Rude ass dice. All right, Yolanthe's like, seems fun.
You sit there,
Brat
you
dice.
you do that thing from the
Dude, my
like
dice
Fry,
suck.
like where he like narrows his eyes, like that meme.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the not sure if.
But no. She seems like she's being
God, that
genuine.
sucks. I hate when that happens. All right, but yeah, Yolanthe's like, I'm buying it. So she sniffs her like she's on full patrol mode. She is sniffing everyone. She is sniffing every room. She is looking at everyone suspiciously. So I'm probably going to be rolling a lot of dice. So buckle up, Mimos.
No, just one. Go ahead and just in general roll an investigation check for me. We'll call this a DC 15.
I don't like that you're making me avoid rolling perception checks, but okay.
You're not looking at anything, you're investigating something.
I am not looking at anything. I am sniffing everything. Investigation. Okay, here we go. That's a cool.
You sniff around, you pick up all kinds of different smells from these various tables. You notice that none of the patrons in this case seem to be anything out of the ordinary. They all seem to be your citizens coming in, commoners coming in from,
No pumpkins, no chickens
well,
with a
no
knife, no
pumpkins, no
nothing,
pumpkins.
huh?
There is a merchant who has a rather large bag, who's sitting at one table, but he's
Flip
across
it.
from another merchant. It looks like they're talking. They keep saying numbers as you walk by, and you lose track of what they're talking about pretty quickly.
I know I wasn't here for this conversation, but just for like me out of character, are these the same merchants that Talanith was eavesdropping on like a couple of sessions ago?
No,
Okay. So Wolf Lanthy's just like patrolling around, not finding anything apparently. Dice.
not anything out of the ordinary, anyway.
Yeah.
Finally, you approach Kolvar.
Oh no.
He's back behind the bar, and he's wiping down a mug, as he usually seems to be. He any indication of that large pile of gold that he seemed to be messing with and whatever happened last night is not there. Behind the bar, there are rows of glasses and other plates and other such silverware. Some bottles are in places where they're not quite supposed to be.
Is that the same mug he's always wiping down?
Go ahead and roll a wisdom check.
Oh, is that a natty?
That was
It
a
was a
nat 20.
natty.
It's a nat 20.
If you tell me anything other than yes, I'm gonna be so mad.
It is, in fact.
What?
It is, in fact, the same
Okay.
mug.
The same mug that I've always seen him polishing?
It seems like he has a very clear favorite mug. Now that you think about it, you've never actually seen him serve anything in the mug. He's only ever cleaned it. You wonder why.
Healy. Wolflanthe head tilts and like stares at the mug, watching him clean it.
Go ahead and roll a perception check. Outcome is 20. Trying to think of how this is going to go down.
Give the DM a moment to think. Do, 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 do.
Okay.
Do, do.
Random bar chatter going on in the background.
Okay.
Okay.
Also, you did this.
What?
I would like you to go ahead and roll.
Wolflanthe's
up?
having to roll
Oh.
a lot of things about this mug, you guys. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Some stuff happened in the background. It was just
Okay.
it was kind of untimely. Roll an intelligence check, please.
Oh, good. I'm good at that. Oh, that's a +1. That's not the worst.
We're gonna call it a DC. Let me see.
We're gonna call it a DC too high for me, apparently.
Ooh, wow, yeah.
Yeah, I did not roll good.
No, it's okay.
I ain't smart.
I'm gonna go
I
with a
am
DC. I'm gonna go with the original DC that I mentioned was 10. And based on that, the outcome of this roll is that you notice, unlike all of the other mugs that you've seen and other glasses that you've seen while you've been here, there's a weird set of symbols on the bottom of this one. You don't know what they are. No, you do know what they are. It's letters, just like the books have, just like your letter needs to have, but you don't know what it says. But there's definitely letters on the bottom of this mug.
Okay, but Wolflanthe cannot read.
Wolflanthe cannot read them. No.
Cannot read them. I doubt regular Lanthe can read them either. I need to quit posting.
What are y'all doing? What are you doing in chat? Oh my god.
I'm so sorry. I couldn't handle that.
I'm gonna need to get some kind of way that I can show what
Talanith.
y'all are doing in the chat.
Talanith.
Yeah, there needs to be like a separate Discord chat for dumbass gifts. And
Talanith, you're doing too much, man. Talanith needs to be punished for his transgressions. This is terrible. This is terribly distracting. How are we supposed to roleplay under these circumstances?
How am I supposed to be a wolf?
I am looking at a piece of bread rubbing a scared slice of butter on its body
earlier.
right now. Okay.
I could not handle it. I was so glad I didn't have to talk.
And then I'm seeing a separate all hail gif that is equally, and then a mug, and the jump scare. The way that Talanith is scaring me, he needs to be punished.
You were right. Are you still in the dream world?
I'm done.
Okay. I think I've composed myself. So
No,
Never
it's
mind.
okay. Do y'all need some All right. Okay, we have officially killed Iolanthe.
To someone else, please.
Iolanthe, go ahead and roll a death save.
Iolanthe turns into a hyena, so all this laughter makes sense. No. Okay, I'm good now. Talanith, stop typing. Don't
Stop
you dare.
it.
Okay, so what's her name? Wolflanthe has investigated the mug, realizes she's too dumb to read. She just goes on her way. She just patrolling.
Everything seems pretty normal. You don't pick up any strange scents that are out of the ordinary, anything like that.
By the way, bravo, by the way, having me roll everything except for a perception check because you knew I was locked and loaded with that.
I
Very
had you roll
good.
a perception
I
check.
approve. I mean, sure. amongst like the other things that I'd rolled no more than a 6 on. But it's fine. Anyway.
As you're concluding your investigation, the front door of the tavern opens, and there in the doorway,
I bite them.
what's that?
No, I don't.
Oh,
Nothing.
there in the doorway, the armor-clad Valphalin stands, sword slung over his back, and his cape, robe, bristling in the wind. He steps inside, looking rather, what's the word I'm looking for? Somber. He appears somber and trudges quite loudly back to the west wing. He gives you a nod as he strolls past you.
Do I need to roll the nod?
No,
Is it another 4?
no, you get those ones for free. You nod your dog head at him.
Excuse, I'm a wolf, not a dog. Get it right?
Talanith,
Not Iolanthe being racist against dogs.
you go back to the marketplace. Talanith, you're hearing me, right?
Yes, I hear you.
Okay, cool. You go back to the market square in the middle of Shopabin, central Shopabin. Make your way down the street. Just to your right, the shop at which you put in the order. What was that shop called? I am a professional at navigating World Anvil. That's so. I made this. I can't navigate it. I can't navigate it.
I know. Navigator.
Yeah. No, I got it. What is the name of this place? It had a name. It definitely had a name. And it was called. Oh, that's right. Seamstresses.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yes. It was a very important detail that I had to spend that much time looking up. Seamstresses. You approach the counter and oh, I should probably change the scene too. You approach the counter and the same girl from before. Ah, yes. We have your order ready.
Thank the gods.
She brings out this it is a stuffed eyeball And if I remember correctly, you said it was purple and yellow?
No, purple and green.
Purple and green.
Oh, she has to start over now.
It has to
Another
start
2
over
days.
now.
Oh no!
No, it looks fantastic.
That's perfect. How much do I owe you?
For a custom piece, 10 gold.
I need to check and see if I have that.
You do. I looked.
I do?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. I go ahead and give her the 10 gold and take the eyeball quickly and immediately start tossing it up and down.
I'm so glad you're happy with it. Do please tell your friends, and if you ever need another custom piece, please keep us in mind.
I seem to have forgotten I did need one more for someone else. I don't know that I
Sure.
have enough gold for it, though.
You still have
Do
40
I have enough
gold.
gold for that? Okay. Yeah. Then I'm going to. Yeah. Can you make another one? A red and yellow one.
Red and yellow. Sure.
Thank you.
We'll get to work on it right away. The very same. Just give us a few days. We'll have it ready.
Thank you so much.
Of course. See you then.
Talanith nods and turns around and exits.
She waves and smiles as you leave.
And I walk out as I'm tossing the eyeball up and down, feeling much better.
It's back.
I
We need like a theme song for it now.
know,
He's
right?
back, and he's got a new trick. Talanith now is 10 times as slick as the last time.
Oh my god.
Go on.
I will keep going until you stop.
And that gets a marker. Satisfied, you walk back toward the What Tavern. As you walk, you do come across a group of people who is chanting the same chant, all hail the glow cloud. They seem peeps.
Talanith stops. He stops, tossing an eyeball for a second.
Can I ask a question about the eyeball before we go forward? Does it have like an optic nerve dangling behind it, or is it just a ball?
It's just a ball.
Okay.
It's like a hacky sack, but an eyeball.
Okay. Carry on.
You notice that others have stopped across the street to look on. The group of people are otherwise nondescript. They look very much like the rest of the townspeople. Nothing really stands out about them otherwise, other than their strange chanting. They seem peaceful enough. They don't seem to be bothering anyone necessarily.
I go up and poke one. Just in the shoulder.
You just march
In
up
the
and
eye?
poke
Oh.
one right in the shoulder.
Yes.
You walk up. There are several people standing in the crowd, turned in different directions, almost as if they're not making eye contact with one another, or even acknowledging the existence of anyone around them. You walk up behind this very tall human And you gouge your finger into his shoulder, and he doesn't react. He takes a step
Hmm.
forward to catch his balance, but he doesn't turn to look at you. He doesn't furl his
Talanith
brow.
sighs. Yeah, Talanith sighs. He's like, he takes his glove off and he slaps the guy in the face with it.
There's no response. All hail the glow cloud, he says. Eyes blank, as though he's looking at nothing, but he's looking. His eyes shift left and right, but remain utterly expressionless otherwise. He never once looks directly at you.
I wave my hand in his face, in his like eyes.
His eyes continue about their
To see if
pattern, flicking left and right rapidly. Roll a perception check for me, please.
Mhm.
Roll a higher perception check than you planned.
I mean,
Dang, he did it.
yeah.
Somewhere in the tavern, Iolanthe got really mad and didn't know why.
All right, everyone, we're going to take the next 10 minutes to party. We actually had a party plan for when Talanith beat Yolanthe's rolls.
Yeah.
We got a special
Confetti falls.
brew for it. You notice one of the
I
street
kept my
lights.
wits about me.
Talanith, the street lights in Shopabin are of a magical nature. They don't turn off during the day. More like they sort of dim, but they're still quite visible, especially to you and your sensitive eyesight, light sensitive eyesight. You notice that the lantern close by flickers.
Hmm.
They don't usually
I
do
go
that.
up to
Shoot
that
one.
lantern.
Walking up to the lantern, you can see clearly it continues to flicker, almost like it's having a hard time staying lit. But you know that this isn't any natural flame. It's magical. It shouldn't do that. You think
All
to
the other
yourself, okay,
lanterns are. Oh, all the other lanterns are completely normal, but this one.
correct. As far as you can see,
Uh,
lanterns all appear
is it
normal.
against a wall?
No, no, it's not against a wall. It's kind of set out a little ways away from the building. It's meant to light up the actual like street area where carts are typically pulled through.
Down at the ground around it.
So it's
So
that
it's
lantern that tells all the 90s kids it's time to go home for dinner, right?
90s kids?
We all hated that.
I mean, in the
when
3390s.
when daylight savings hit.
Closing time.
Back then, there were two suns, and they were on opposite sides of the planet, so there was never nighttime. So what they did was they just canceled time. There was no more time.
Just gonna kind of look at the ground around it. See if I notice anything.
Stone appears normal, as does the post. Don't seem to be any markings on it. Laneth, go ahead and roll an Arcana check.
God, I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Do it.
Very well.
Do it.
Do it. There we go. That's better.
Everything appears normal at first glance with this street light, other than the strange flickering. You almost instinctively place a hand close to the light. You've maybe done this a few times before since you've been in town strolling around, often bored. Usually they're kind of warm. This one, it's hard to explain, but it's as though something is drawing the warmth from the lantern and it is moving off, almost like with the wind.
Can I tell which direction the wind is going?
There doesn't actually, right now, seem to be a wind. There has been an occasional breeze.
Is there any way that I can follow this? So you said that there's a warmth that's being drawn out from it, right? Or like it seems to be drawing it.
Yeah, and that it's just slightly warmer on the other side. You look back to um, see the glow cloud in the sky hovering above the Institute. And in between you and there, the crowd, people staring around and occasionally looking around toward the Institute. All hail the glow cloud, they say.
You said that they've been saying that towards the Institute.
Yeah, they do seem to be.
Talanith tosses the eyeball up and he catches it, puts it back in his pocket, and says, I think it's time to investigate this Institute. And he's going to walk towards it.
Before you do this, I would like to warn you that you have heard at this point multiple times that you're not supposed to be in contact with them at current. Meaning that your character would be aware, Talanith would be aware, that what he is about to do is an unlawful activity. Do you wish to maintain your current course of action?
I do.
Very well. You start to make your way toward the Institute of Thaumaturgy. I'd like to go ahead and cut back to the tavern. Iolanthe, I believe you were making your way back into the back rooms, was it? Or are you still out in the Great Hall?
I'm just patrolling everywhere. Yeah, I've already sussed out the lobby. Apparently I can't read. Apparently I don't know what Trixie's all about, so I'm just looking around. Sniffing and listening. I think I think she comes out of the west wing where everyone's rooms are. She's snuffling around the fireplace first. She sniffs Trixie. She pokes her head in where the kitchen is, pokes her head in where the cellar is, like goes to see Kolvar, sees his mug, thinks that's weird, but oh well, I guess. The dice said I apparently don't think it's that weird. And then she goes to the other wing where all the other rooms are where she doesn't usually go.
Oh, the East Wing.
Yeah, the east wing. Like she is patrolling the entire tavern right now. She is not. Well, I would say she's not leaving any stone unturned. Apparently, the dice said she is leaving a few, but that's okay, I guess. Even with my inspiration.
You start to approach the door to the East Wing. It is currently shut.
I try to open it with my nose.
Iolanthe, I would like you to roll just a generic 1d20 on screen for me.
Oh, on a d20. Let me
Yep,
see.
just in chat type /roll space 1d20.
Okay, that's a 2. My dice are not really very good tonight.
It seems you it seems you have a all that aside.
Listen as the DM comes up with a narrative reason why all my dice suck tonight.
Oh no. I was just going to say that's not why I had you roll the dice. I have 4
Oh.
doorknobs in mind, and I was like, okay. So we have like 4 different doorknobs. Whichever is first is the low number, and whichever is last. So this is a latch doorknob. You press down on it, and it unlatches, and the door swings open. You make your way in.
Oh shit. Okay. Cool. Iolanthe walks through the door.
Straight in front of you, it seems as though this wing of what ails you is essentially a mirror of the other wing. It has the same kind of setup as you walk down the halls.
I bark at the mirror. Oh, wait, what?
There is a mirror, but it is too high for you to see in right now.
Okay, that's fine. I don't care about the mirror.
What's in front of you as you come into this hallway is a door that you know leads into a room beyond it, though what it lies beyond that door otherwise, you have no idea. As you approach that door, because it's the only way that you can go other than the storeroom door that's on the right, if it is anything like the other wing, as indeed it seems to
Quick
be.
question. We have been this way before, Tess and I, when we were checking things out before, right?
But you were in a hurry. You had a
That's true.
destination. You were both headed
Yeah.
to Kolvar's room specifically. This time,
Okay.
you're creeping down the hall and trying to find your way.
I am stalking. Yeah, Wolf Lanthe is doing the wolf stalk. Like head down, ears back, tail tucked, slow feet, hackles raised, checking everything.
As you pass by the first door on the right-hand side, it has all sorts of smells, but mostly a woody, kind of musky smell. Definitely a storage room. As you
Okay.
approach the first door that lies directly in front of you, and the hallway bends off to the right from it, there is yet another smell. This one a little different.
Mhm. A different how?
It smells like people.
People. Okay.
Mhm.
What kind of people?
Roll a
People I know?
perception check.
Oh yeah. That's the wrong character sheet. Hold on one sec.
You're a wolf, so you can go ahead and do that with advantage. This is a scent base.
Suck my nuts, Talanith.
24.
Oh wait, that's still not as good as the one you rolled. Damn it.
24. You smell not only the scent of, well, people, or, it's It's pretty gross, actually. Not going to get into detail with that, but you also
Sorry.
smell various other well,
Do I
Human
smell
rectum.
sex?
human
Do I smell the
stench.
sex? Are they making the sex?
Human butthole, actually.
Mhm.
Human rectum, the chocolate starfish, if you will. The things, when a dog walks up to you and it does the that's the
Okay.
smell. The sniff sneeze. That's what we're talking about. That anything that smells
Guilty
like
mentally is like
where
I'm
you where you
so
where you
sad
where
right
you
now.
where you breathe it in and your body is like, nope, we gotta sneeze it right the
Yeah.
fuck back out. That is the smell we're talking about. So for you viewers out there, whatever your
Whichever
least
ones of you
favorite
didn't leave
smell
immediately.
is, I feel like the Pedro Pascal, like, you should be hearing this too. Yeah. Your least favorite smell, anything that you know, like if it was your grandma, if she had like a really horrible fucking smell, or like
God,
that
your
one
grandma's butthole.
person, or that one person that entered the stall right next to you and you had like a poop off, where like you had to duel
Dylan,
is-
2 minutes.
Wait, let them cook.
let me cook.
Keep going, but just know I'm laughing my ass off at the Discord.
You know the public bathroom that you enter and like you take a smell and you're like, ugh, why did I do that? And Talanith keeps popping off with all these gifts, but he does not speak up. Child, speak up. Tell your truth. Tell your truth, Talanith. Please, I beg of you. Do not let me be the only one falling upon the sword and talking about the sniffs that I would have not liked to smell out in public, okay? There's always this, the smelly smell that smells particularly smelly, and like it just really fucking pounds you like in the senses.
Owns you.
He speaks up. When I brought up the pounding, then Talanith speaks up. I conclude my statement.
Speaks.
What is even happening? I don't even know.
We call this a
dying.
tangent.
I'm dead.
We call this a tangent, okay? We call this a tangent.
I do agree that there needs to be like a separate window for just like posting our Discord bullshit on the stream. 'Cause,
Okay,
like,
hold on.
Sometimes I feel like it's relevant.
What were we doing?
I don't even know. I was sniffing a smell and it sucked, apparently. That's all I know.
Oh God. This is why I should.
Iolanthe is sniffing around. She
right.
picked up on a
I picked
on
up
a
grandma's
unknown
butthole or whatever. I don't know. What do you got?
It was an unknown scent.
A people scent, but an unwelcomed one, apparently.
It was unknown.
This is not a toilet, to be clear. This is not the
I don't know if that
latrine.
makes it better or worse.
I was just talking about people's fucking like bodily odors in this place. Especially merchants, they probably don't smell the best when they come in, hauling goods all morning, and probably not showering in between then and, coming over to have a drink before they get back to work,
Sure, it's
Especially to a
emergent.
wolf with heightened senses. But I mean,
Yeah, the wolf.
would I describe it as probably having maybe a little bit of poo stuck in there? I mean, yeah, sure. I feel like that's realistic.
Okay.
You talking like these men definitely have streaks in their underpants. Like they all have like, the brown stripes. Not the cleanest of gentlemen.
They were told it was gay, so they didn't.
Guys, I really need these in 3-minute segments so that I can most of its highlights.
No, you will not post our degeneracy online.
Oh, yes, the fuck I will.
All the time. Okay, so Wolflanthe smells some dude's butt and is like, ugh. What else? What else you got?
It's obvious to you after your check that the two people two maybe more who are staying in this room
Need to
seem to be
wash their
merchants
ass.
and probably have not washed their ass.
Gross. Okay. Iolanthe makes a note that her traveling compatriots are much cleaner than the average bear and moves on with her life. Forever, hopefully.
I don't know that I'd say that for Tess in specific. But I don't want to talk for Tess.
Tess is very smelly.
y'all have to quit with these gifts. Y'all have to quit. Y'all have to stop. I can't help.
Dramatic silence and then just Tess is smelly.
I am doing the Justin McElroy rubber chicken laugh right now, and I don't like it. All right, she patrols on down the hall.
Why?
On down the hallway. Still sniffing.
I'm gonna make it a thing where
Y'all are gonna
the
hurt
chat. I'll be able to turn it off and on. We'll go into like a just chatting screen or something that shows this.
No, during these highlights when you're editing them for like YouTube, you should just like put the GIF like in the corner of the highlight, or just have it there and then fade out. You know, like
Do my best.
we have some fire ones for
tag in my jackal cackle while I look at y'all's shit. We're accomplishing nothing. We're 30 minutes from being done, and I have laughed the entire time.
I mean, mission accomplished here.
Yeah, I'm good with that. Stop.
What are y'all even doing?
What is that dog doing?
My God. No, I'm gonna make it so that I could just turn like a just chatting screen on and just show everybody what y'all are up to. 'Cause, yeah, you guys.
I swear I'm listening.
I'm trying to tell a story, and they're just.
I'm laughing. Say again whatever dumb thing you just said. I don't even care. I am crying. My eyes are actually watering. Y'all have to stop. Stop.
You're crying. My face is red. We're a different species.
we have made a mistake streaming tonight.
How's that Talanith doing?
What's that cat doing?
Unmute, dude. I dare you.
Why
Yeah,
is it working so hard?
I can't hear you. Talanith, hello.
I'm fine.
He's keeping his wits about him. I don't know.
He is keeping his wits about him. Fuck the rest of us, I guess.
I went to the toilet an hour ago.
Okay. I think I'm okay. I think I'm good.
Do you need me to have you roll a Constitution check?
Me or you, Iolanthe?
Yes.
All of my dice are packed up, so it has to be Iolanthe. Hold on. Well, I'm dead.
Oh no, you're fine.
God, have I rolled anything in the double digits at all this night?
I mean, you just rolled a 12. You rolled a 24
I didn't
on
roll
perception.
I know rolled a 9. I just got a 12. All right, here we go. We're serious business. No more gifts. No more laughing. No more nothing. What are we doing?
Please
forgot.
give me an
I'm a
investigation
wolf.
check.
I sniffed a thing. What?
Please give me an investigation check.
A wolf investigation check. Hold on 1 second. That is an intimidation, not investigation. I could be intimidatingly investigative. Hell yeah, there's a 19. I just had to complain a little bit, that's all.
You do your rounds through the hallways. You come up to a door at the end of the second hallway, and you immediately recognize the smell, the scent of Kolvar.
Okay.
I'm not going to say what he smells like, and neither are you.
No, you are.
I
You
look at-
are.
I look at Tess,
You're
and
gonna say
neither
what
are
he
you.
smells like. You're gonna look me in the eye and tell me what his Kovar smells like.
Kolvar definitely washes his butthole.
Good for him.
Yep. It's important to wash your butthole. That is, at the end of the episode, I have a character AMA. I want Talanith to say, and the moral of the story is, don't forget to wash your butthole. Do we have a deal?
Maybe.
I'll give you inspiration.
Okay. I was gonna get that anyway.
Were you?
It's like, okay.
Yes.
Wait, I don't have any more questions available, so I can't stack it. Someone else has to do it.
I'm working on it.
Okay. So Kovar washes his butt, and I'm cool with that. What else we got?
Does Yestis wash his
Oh man, don't do my boy Yes dirty. Come on. Don't do it. The Ronald McDonald.
You're like, no.
This is the worst episode.
Or the
Cancel.
best episode.
Cancel.
And canceled.
There go all our viewers.
No, this is what brings the voice to the yard.
Oh, stinky.
Oh my god. Wow.
Talanith, go to jail.
Talanith, you're doing this.
Talanith's like, y'all streamed without me last episode. Here's what she
Notice how he remains conveniently muted. Conveniently muted Talanith.
Silent but deadly.
Silent but Studley.
It's all in the mind.
Okay.
Oh, I was like, why is your Twitch screen different than mine? Yours is not running. Okay, now it is. That was weird.
What happened?
Yeah, I don't know. I looked
What are you
over
talking
and Bit's screen was like very different from my view, and I
Oh.
was just like, what's going on? Anyway, you proceed down the hall stopping at kind of door after door, just kind of scoping things out. Again, nothing out of the ordinary. Now that you think of it, or now that you think about it, the tiefling from last night didn't really have a smell. Nothing really did.
She was one of the 9, wasn't she?
Yeah.
I smelled all of them on the stage. Remember?
Yeah, but the tiefling last night didn't have any smell.
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay. So, well, Iolanthe didn't smell that. Wolflanthe wasn't there. So would I know that?
Sure.
Oops, I just closed the game. Oops, I did.
Memory's memory.
God darn it. Apparently I clicked the X that I wasn't supposed to click.
But the answer is
Here I am.
yes. Yeah, memory is memory. You would
Okay,
remember.
so I realized so that
I
would
th-
mean she's some kind of like mental projection then. Is that right? Like she wasn't actually physically present for us at any
roll
point.
roll a wisdom check.
Man,
Man, these dice hate you tonight.
they do for real. What the fuck?
You
And I
think
already
on it.
burned my inspiration.
You think on it for a moment, and I mean, it seems as good a hypothesis as any.
It's a thought. She might share it later with someone who rolls a little better. For now, she's just still sniffing around.
Maybe she's a ghost or something.
A spooky ghost.
But then maybe not, because she did have a smell when you smelled her in front of the stage. I don't know. This is all kind of confusing. You come to the
All right.
other end of the hall. You smell the door on the other side of this room, and aside from the smell of a candle that has recently been put out, you don't smell anything out of the ordinary.
I bite the candle.
You don't see any candle. The door is shut. You just smell it.
So I just know candles turn into frogs, which turn into pumpkins, and I'm getting ahead of that.
What would you like to do next?
She'll go back to, I guess, the lobby area, or no, she'll go back to where Tess is. Maybe I'll get a chance to re-roll while I pass some other things. Probably not, though. My screen just went full purple. That was very jarring.
Yeah, that wasn't what I wanted at all. I did not want that to be like that.
Yeah, I was like, holy shit, that's bright.
As you trot back into the great hall, once again the front door of what ails you opens. Talanith enters and shuts the door quietly behind him.
Oh. Iolanthe stops and looks at Talanith with her head tilted and wags her tail.
Wait, I thought. Hold on.
Were you not go? Oh,
I was
right. I'm sorry. You were going back. You were going directly to the institute. That doesn't
Yes.
happen.
And
Yeah.
Iolanthe was trying to go to where Tess was.
Yeah.
I know, but has to cross through the great hall on her way there. I was trying to
Oh, okay.
interject that instance into the I'm on my way there. This happens while I'm on my way there.
But Talanith wasn't there.
But Talanith wasn't there.
I still have a 98% loading what else you had screen.
Aw. I'm gonna have to start
Try
preloading these.
refreshing.
Yeah, let me refresh.
I have a thing that might I have something that might help.
Well, in any case, Iolanthe is on her way back to Tess, and we can go from there, I guess.
There it is. You make your way across the hall. Back
Still
into
in wolf
the
form.
yeah, still in wolf form. You make your way back into the west wing, and the door remains open where Tess and Rek are.
Before I go to where Tess and Rek are, do I see Darkul and Yestis at all?
Yes, they've actually just come out of that room and are on their way back to the room with
Okay.
Tess and Rek.
Iolanthe is about head level with both of them, right?
Probably not that tall as a wolf, but I don't know if you're. I mean, are you a dire wolf right now?
I
Just a
think she
regular.
said. I think she said hip level and not head level.
Oh, I
Hip.
thought you
I
said
said
head level.
head level. Because they're both short, right? One's a dwarf and
Like
one's a
her.
gnome, right?
I would imagine her head would be about hip level with a typical humanoid, kind of like Atlas, but anyone smaller than that, they would be,
Probably chest level.
yeah, like chest or shoulder, depending on their height.
Well, either way, if she's able, she wants to, as soon as she sees both of them in the hallway, she trots up and just gives them both a big old wet slurp across the face.
Oh, wow, I kind of don't know how to feel about that. What? You've never had a dog before? I mean, they do the same thing. I know, but she's a druid. You're probably right.
I don't think Iolanthe likes being referred to as a dog when she's a wolf.
Do you do anything about that?
No, she just kind of like gives him the side eye. I don't even know who's talking. I think it was Darkul, right?
Yeah, it was Darkul.
Okay, she gives him the stank eye, and then just like bark, and then walks into the room with Tess and Rick.
The two look at each other. Darkul says, something I said? The two shrug and they follow you into the room. Iolanthe and Darkul and Yestis have
She
arrived.
also puts her paws on the bed and like sniffs at Rick's face and gives him a big old slurp on the face too.
He doesn't seem to respond, but you do notice that when you give him a schlorp on the face, that his face is kind of warm.
Tess is still sitting at his side, dabbing his face with a cool, damp rag.
Yestis.
I think.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say. I think the whole point of Iolanthe wolf shaping, as fruitful as it was to get some recon. So she shakes her head and unwild shapes and is like sitting on the floor by the bed.
I imagine Iolanthe just like shaking off the form like it were like wet fur.
I feel like she does that when she unshapes. When she like wild shapes, she just grabs her pendant and both eye and pendant glow. But when she's unshaping, it's more or it's less dignified. Oh, okay.
Yestis sits on the bed across from where Rek is and looks at you, Tess, and says, "Hey, any change?"
Tess is currently fixated on the Iolanthe changing forms, and she says, that looks very uncomfortable every single time Tess witnesses it. Tess cannot fathom how that must feel.
It's not as bad as you might think. It's more mental, really. It's disorienting. Sometimes wolf form's pretty easy though. Don't you worry. It doesn't hurt too bad. I've felt worse. Anyway,
Good. Sorry, yes, this, what was that?
Oh, And he points down at Rec. Any change?
No change. He is still restless and very, very warm. Tess is doing her best to just keep him cool at this point, as comfortable as possible.
Iolanthe looks at Darkhool and Eustace and says, "How did you guys wake us up?"
Well, I'm not actually fully sure that it was actually us what did. I
Oh,
mean,
I
we
heard
brought
something
y'all.
about incense.
We did try incense. It seemed like nothing was working for a long time. We had we definitely, got towels and tried to keep the fever down. Um, Water. I wasn't sure about trying food because, well, I don't know. I don't want you to like choke or something. I'm not a doctor.
Oh, yeah.
We kept trying to
Okay.
talk to you. Sometimes you all kind of said words. They didn't often make much sense.
Oh, what
Yeah.
what what did we say?
Well, I would think Val said something like about a monster. Uh, hmm. Trying to think. We Tess. It was I don't remember. And I think you said something too, but I think Darkul heard it. He's like, yeah, it was what was it? Something about something being real. I mean,
Huh.
obviously not, right? It was a dream or something.
Man, I don't even know. We had a pretty rough experience in that place, whatever it was. Dream. I don't even know. We saw some pretty fucked up shit, you guys. It was awful.
Um,
And
Darkul
she
looks.
looks over at Rick and says, "I'm I'm worried Rick's seeing something like that too. I don't want him to see the kind of dumb shit we saw."
Darkul looks kind of thoughtful for a moment. He starts to pace around, um, one hand stroking the stubble on his chin, and the other tucked behind his back neatly. It's not unheard of for people to meet up in dreams. Sometimes a magician can even like manipulate that kind of thing.
Really?
Sure, sure. Magic can do a lot of stuff.
Dang.
But this seems different though. Nightmares and all that aside, usually people are not running temperatures and uh, displaying symptoms like that.
Tess
Yolanthe,
raises her hand real quick.
Everybody looks around.
Tess could use a very quick break to go to the restroom real quick. If somebody could please take overwatch of Rec, just make sure to keep his forehead nice and cool.
oh, yeah, for sure. Do what you gotta do. I got
Tess gets
this.
up and leaves the room, and she shuts the door behind her.
I would love to roll an insight check on Tess, but my screen is still saying 98% what ails you. So
I can do that for you.
I don't know why it's making me load.
Tess, if you'd
Yeah.
like, you can roll an opposing deception
Okay.
check.
Okay. Did that do it? Okay, it lagged for a moment.
Iolanthe rolled a 16. Tess, you rolled a 10. Iolanthe, you get the sneaking suspicion that something's up.
Okay. She is still going to stay by Rex's side, but she is tabling that knowledge for later. And she looks at the door kind of with a head tilt with her eyebrow cocked like, Gosh, I wish the game would load for me. Holy fuck. What the hell?
Better?
Nope. But that's okay.
Try clicking in the
We can-
window or the black in like the black area or whatever.
Yeah,
Sometimes
nothing.
that helps. Damn. Well, we can work
What
with
about
mean-
you could try an incognito tab, maybe.
it. No point in it. We got like 9 minutes left.
Yeah, we're almost done. I'll grant a Barrett.
That's right.
I'll grant a Wolf it. All right. Iolanthe is looking at the door distractedly where Tess left, and she is dabbing at Rex's forehead with the cloth. Occasionally, she looks up and kind of like messes with her own hair.
Wait. Okay. All right, got it. Sorry.
Oh, here it
I had
goes.
to
Okay.
mentally kind of catch up to everything. Okay. Yes, just continuing to pace. Well, if it's not just there's no doubt there's some kind of magic at play here. It's nothing I'm familiar with.
Yeah, but why? I've never seen this woman before in my life. What beef does she have with us?
What beef
I
do you
don't
have with
understand.
Healthius?
He's a douche, and his red idiots. Oh, okay. Okay. I see what you mean.
Yeah.
How did she know what my sister looks like? How does she know what my father looks like?
That's the question, isn't it?
I don't understand. How
Only
can you know
way.
things?
Only way an Arcanist can know those kind of things is read thoughts. She would have had to have somehow either overheard it or, and I really don't like to think about this one, she actually entered your mind.
Iolanthe physically shudders.
That means she could know a lot more about you than she's even letting on.
She. Damn. Can you watch Rec? I gotta go. She stands up. But before she does, she actually like pauses for a sec and looks at Yestis and then like wraps arms around him in a hug and says, Thanks for keeping an eye on us. We're sorry we worried you guys. And then she stands up and goes to go out in the hallway.
You exit the room. Yes, just looks over at Darkhool, who shrugs. Yes, just grabs the cloth that you gave him and hops up onto the side of the bed and starts to look after Rec. Valphalin crosses his arms in the corner.
Was Val Phelan in the room the whole time? I didn't know that.
Yeah, he was just quiet.
Oh, okay.
Talanith, as you're marching down the street toward the Institute of Thaumaturgy, you see up ahead, it appears the guards have the street sectioned off into another one of their checkpoints. They seem to be checking with all individuals passing through toward the Institute of Thaumaturgy. You know from
I
previous
put my
experience that if you walk up to them, they are going to ask you where you're going.
hood up and walk closely to them, just eyeing them, but not really saying anything just yet.
How close are we talking?
Right in front of them.
One of the guards um, walks up to you. Oh, there. Just a checkpoint. If you don't have any magical items, you can go through. If you do have any magical items, I will need to see a permit.
All I have is an eyeball.
An eyeball?
I pull out the eyeball and I start tossing it up and down. Just an eyeball.
Right.
And they are amazed. Whoa!
He looks back at another of the guard. This one looks a little bit different. They have um they have a sort of blue skull cap kind of headpiece and a long light blue garb draped over their armor. It's mundane. You're clear.
Thank you,
The guard
good
gestures you
sirs.
toward the institute.
And Talanith leans in and says, "Be wary of zombie chickens." And he just walks off.
As you're walking off, you hear one say to the other, I guess with all the chanting, we've heard weirder stuff. Talanith, as you walk past that initial line of guards, there's a guard sitting, a much more prominent one, sitting atop a crate just off to the right. You pass through the line, but this guard locks eyes with you, watches as you pass.
Mm-hmm.
He seems to look interested. He stands up and he starts to walk over toward you.
I stand still.
He approaches.
Can I help you, friend?
You look familiar. Do I know you?
I have one of those faces.
Go
But
ahead and roll
no, we don't know each other.
Go ahead and roll a deception check, please. Yeah, probably right. Where are you headed?
I'm investigating just an occurrence and a report of zombie chickens. Have you seen any?
Zombie chickens, was it? That's a new one.
Oh, it's a thing. I assure you.
Okay. And he goes and he sits down. He sits down.
Talanith just he continues walking with his hood over his face as much as it can be.
You kind of noticed the guy looked rather done. Like a kind of disgruntled employee, if you will. Just like, whatever. Seen it 100 times now. I think we had what? Is it 1, 2? Was it 3? 3 AMAs?
I think so.
Let's start from the bottom. That is going to be for our first character AMA, Iolanthe. What does it feel like to wild shape? It looks painful.
It's really not. It looks painful. I don't know if it's the magic or what, but something prevents you from actually experiencing any pain. It's just very disorienting. Like you're suddenly, I don't know, I'm 5 whatever feet tall. Suddenly I'm a rat. I'm like 2 inches tall or whatever. It's weird. It can be weird. It can be very weird and just disorienting when you turn into small stuff. My favorite form is the wolf. That one's easy. I don't. It's so effortless. I don't even know where to begin. Turning into big stuff. Now there's the problem. Especially, I was a shark once. I'll tell you guys about that one day. But it's hard being a shark. Even with the shark body, swimming in the ocean is hard. It's fighting you every step of the way. It's dark. It's exhausting. And like you pilot this big body, you get back into your body, you're so hungry. That's the hardest part. It's being real hungry afterwards. It's not that bad though.
Follow-up question. When you were a child, did you ever turn into a squid?
No, what's a squid?
Oh, I was asking if you were a kid now, and then you were a squid now, and then a kid now.
You're a kid, you're a squid, you're a kid, you're a squid, you're a kid, you're a squid.
What's a squid? I'm a kid, what's a squid?
Our next AMA is for Yestis. Aren't wolves adorable? Winky face. Did you just say winky face out loud? That's kind of weird. I don't see many wolves often, minus obviously the one that I'm traveling with. Come to think of it, I can't even think the last time I saw a wolf other than Iolanthe. That's kind of an interesting thing. Don't think about that much. But I guess they are. Kind of cute. Our next AMA is for Talanith.
I guess I'll go ahead and just say. And the moral of the story is always be sure to clean your butthole and keep your wits about you in doing so.
Keep your wits in your butthole. Talanith.
Clean your
Totally,
wits and
totally
keep your
miss-
butthole about you.
And we have choked Tess. Tess is actively choked.
keep your wits in your butthole. Keep your wits in your butthole.
Sniff.
Talanith Nightmoon. Quote. I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in. I'd like to apologize to everybody who tuned in.
No, you don't. You're not sorry. None of you are sorry.
Yeah, not
We're
even a
not
little.
sorry about chat. Suck it up.
wits in your butthole.
Now.
Keep your wits in your butthole. Shove it up your magical ass.
We'll see you
I'll
again in
take
2
my
weeks.
inspiration that I would have.
Up your
Bye.
magic ass.
And until then, I'm not even gonna say it. We're going off the air. Fucking.